Hi, I'm Jayson with Burton Snowboards. I'm here to do an overview of the 2021 men's boot line. So a couple new things with the boot line. I just wanted to kind of, do a quick overview on, who goes on what, differences as you go up in price, that sort of thing. There's a wide range of price points and flexes of boots and everything too. So I just wanted to do an overview to hopefully point you in the right direction of what you need. So kind of starting out on our introductory kind of price points, what's new this year is that we've just done the Moto in 3 different lace options. So you've got the Moto in our traditional lace now. So still features everything else that the Moto has with the Imprint 1 liner. Does have shrinkage footprint, throughout, just like all the other boots. Total comfort construction where we bring the laces back, widen the toe box, so they definitely fit really good out of the box. They're not pinching on your toes. Those are all just features that all the boots have. We do have pre-curved 1-to-1 lasting on the tongues and the upper shell, which means for every hole and half size, we make a separate shell size and outsole size for every hole and half size. So if you're getting a 9.5 from us, you're getting a 9.5 outsole, shell, and liner, not just a size 9.5 shoved into a size 10. So definitely makes the boots last longer, fit better, and obviously get a much shorter overall footprint. So that's throughout the whole boot line. So then you go up from the lace, you go to our speed zone, kind of our tried and true speed lace system. What's nice about that is it does have, you can adjust the upper and lower. So you've got these things here. You pull the upper and the lower, wind them up, super easy. Put them in, you go. They are heat moldable, so you can use a boot molder to mold them yourself. They will break in with your body heat, however. Personally, I prefer that, but they will, pack out, shape your foot. Our boots fit really good out of the box, and heat molding's not quite as necessary. So, but that is something you do get with all the boots. So, including the Moto line that we're currently going through. One other thing too, with the Imprint 1 liner, we put you these power panels in here that really helps keep the shape of the heel cup. We also give you a good footbed that gives you good arch support, good circulation underneath, air circulation underneath your toes to keep everything warm. Also, what we do is we call it the sleeping bag. So it's kind of a heat reflective kind of space blanket type material that we put in the bottom of the boot. So what that does is it keeps the heat into the boot, so it's not escaping throughout the sole and keeping your feet nice and toasty. And then also we offer a boa version of that. So one thing we do with our boas, we use New England ropes. We don't use our steel cables or anything like that. So what that does is it makes a more durable boot. You don't have steel cables cutting into the rest of the boot. But it also provides a natural flex as well. So with steel cables, it doesn't really flex very well. So sometimes when you really flex those boots hard, it pinches in and dives in on your foot. We just found that by using our New England ropes, it provides a much more natural overall flex, and they last longer. There's no need to have plastic separators to keep the laces from cutting into each other, that sort of thing. So that's what's good about what we're doing with Boa. So, and again, lifetime warranty on all the lacing systems, that sort of thing. So, and also coiler, so it does do a lot of the winding for you. So that's the Moto lineup. You got lace, speed zone, and Boa version. So you go up to there, you go to the ruler. So ruler's available in a couple different models here. So again, our traditional speed lace system or speed zone, dual zone lace system there. So good price. You are getting a little bit more rubber on the outsole as well. Anytime you see rubber in any of our boots, it is 50% reground recycled rubber. So we're trying to do what we can where we can on the making things as eco-friendly as possible. So you going up to this, you go to the Imprint 2 liner. So no laces in the liner itself. They do go to the shell. So you have a cuff that's on the inside there that really kind of gives you a little bit better heel hold between the liner and the shell. Still a really nice footbed in there. Again, sleeping bag, kind of that space blanket in there on the inside. And then we also offer a wide version. So you guys with wider feet, the ruler does come in a wide. And then we also do the ruler boa. So killer boot. You do get a double boa in there, so you can, you know, keep the top and you get dual zone tightening capabilities there, so you can keep the top and bottom tight separate, which gives you a much better overall fit. So then going from there, so again, Ruler's great all mountain boot. So then you get into kind of the mid-level here. So you get the swath, comes in both speed zone and boa, double boa version. So getting up into this realm, you've got our imprint 3 liners. So imprint 3, again, liners or laces are not in the liner. It goes to a cuff, you know, a little bit more robust cuff on the inside of the boot. It does have little areas in there where you can Velcro in J-bars to narrow up the heel cup, totally customize the fit. Gives you a much better fit than the lockup cuff that comes on the Ruler. You just get more material on the inside too that wicks moisture. There's also the dry ride heat cycle. All this material back into the heel area that just absorbs your body heat, helps regulate the temperature, and also just grabs the fibers of your sock a little better. Then also you get a much better footbed too when you go up to this price point. So you get the kind of plastic hard arch support and heel support there. So when you're cranking the straps down, it's not, you know, collapsing the bones in your feet. So definitely a much nicer footbed once you jump up to this level of liner that you find in the swath and swath boa. So another thing about the swath too is this is definitely a little bit on the softer end, you know, really smooth flex to it. Does have the articulated cuff. It is an ultra weave construction, so it is kind of, you know, molded but, you know, woven into the shape, so it reduces a lot of paneling, so it reduces weight, but also increases durability. So this is a super lightweight kind of, you know, soft to medium flexing boot. You know, we use only rubber in the high traction, high wear zones, you know, right in the toe and the heel. Still provides, you know, best grip there. So then going up from there, you go to the Imperial. So this is kind of an iconic boot in the line, you know, kind of little brother to the Ion, great all mountain, all around boot, kind of like that medium to stiff kind of flex to it, but still that imprint 3 liner. Here you go to Vibram EcoStep outsole. So, you know, super deep traction, good for, you know, hiking around, hiking the backcountry, you know, just really good traction in all directions, gel in the heel. One thing you get up into this level too is that there's another level of dampening on the inside. On top of the space blanket, we use rebounds. It's another layer of vibration dampening material to kind of take out that chatter, you know, add warmth, but also, you know, just dampen vibration, especially on big landings, things like that. So kind of back to the Imperial here, we use a material called S4 material. It's kind of the same material they use in the outer skin of golf balls and these kind of high wear, high impact, you know, area where the straps typically sit. Makes the boot last longer, gives it a lot of support. Again, speed zone on that. And EST outsole on this. So anytime you see EST in any of the boots, that means that it's a flat sole. It doesn't mean you have to ride EST bindings. It's just a naming convention that we're using. It means it has a flat sole, kind of like a skate shoe. If it doesn't have an EST sole, you know, something like a Moto or an SLX, that means it has a little bit of a ramp to it. So it just really depends on, you know, what you're used to. So then kind of going up from there, another really popular boot, one of our best sellers, you go to the Photon Boa. So real similar to what an Imperial would be. It does have that, you know, Vibram EcoStep outsole with the gel, you know, EST outsole. But you do go to you know, one piece upper with double dual zone boa. So again, gives you you know, 2 different zones, but with the ease of boa without the extra, you know, laces kind of flopping around, that sort of thing. Another thing it does have is this lockdown tech. So the more you crank on that, the more it does kind of snake through and give you better heel hold. So you can really adjust the heel hold on this boot just by, you know, using the boa dial. So really good clean colors, you know, this year too, especially with this gray. You know, I think it's pretty cool. So again, great all mountain boots here with the Imperial and Photon. And then kind of getting into the upper echelon of our boots, Ion, you know, a great team favorite, you know, not only by pros from our team, but, you know, some other guys that ride other brands. So you get into the Ion. This is one of the stiffer, more responsive boots in the line. So it is available in our traditional speed zone and then also double boa. So new for this year, we're using the new H4 Boa on the main lace model here. So it is, you know, coiler just like the rest of them, but it actually has a breakaway mechanism built in. So anytime, you know, some people, they'll slip a step, or if they're riding the backcountry, they hit a log, or, you know, sometimes these, you know, the Boas, you know, can kind of break. So it actually will pop out, but you will be able to actually kind of put it back together. It's kind of crazy. So, and then, you know, any parts you might need, you know, again, covered under lifetime warranty. But the Ion is definitely a stiffer, more responsive boot. It does have the EST outsole, AutoCan outsole too, where softer density foam on the inside versus the outside allows a little bit more foot roll that way. You got the molded toe box on there, so it doesn't you know, collapse when you're cranking down the toe straps. It does have our life liner. So you go to the life liner, you go to the highest quality heat moldable EVA available out there. And we also perforate it, so it actually breathes, because, you know, you want your feet to be, you want them to breathe, and they just stay drier that way. We also use an open cell foam in the tongue, so what that does is it actually adds a lot of, you know, rebound and response to the boot, and it makes it last a lot longer. So down the road, you know, this boot's going to have a lot more life left into it, you know, versus a lot of other boots. And then also, you know, still the really good, you know, perimeter style, you know, footbed in there. You have dry ride heat cycle again on the toe, or on the tongue area, so that really just keeps the heat into the boot. So again, the Ion comes in two different models, you know, Speed Zone and Boa. And then our upper echelon, highest end, you go to the SLX. So SLX, you go to Life Plus liner. So real similar to Lifeline, you essentially just have more dry ride heat cycle throughout the entire inner part of the boot. So just warmer, and then, you know, next step up in heat moldable kind of footbed there too, that kind of will mold to the shape of your foot, but keep it really nice and supported. So it's really good customizing, you know, kind of self-customizing boots, you know, on their own. And then the shell. So it is that Ultra Weave, this kind of Dema material that we're using, super lightweight. So again, reducing paneling makes the boot considerably lighter. We're using this Carbotex material, so it's basically carbon fiber, but it is flexible, but it holds up, you know, to pressure, and it actually makes the boots last a lot longer. But the SLX is a good kind of, you know, medium flexing, good middle of the road boot. So, but just with super high-end materials. It does have the articulated cuff, so really smooth forward flex. So team favorite on this one. So they really like the Speed Zone on this one. It's kind of a, you know, homegrown Burton technology. So we keep it on our highest end model there. And then also you got the Vibram kind of outsole on this one too. Reduces a ton of extra material, rubber, that sort of thing, but still gives you a lot of traction and a lot of durability. So. So again, you know, a lot of boots to choose from. You know, you can't go wrong really with any of them, but, you know, really just depending on, you know, what kind of riding you're doing, you know, definitely do a little research if you can, try them on. But just kind of wrapping up the boots, you know, you got your motos, a few different models there, kind of on your more, you know, beginner, intermediate, you know, price points. You got the ruler, that's kind of like your, you know, intermediate to advanced. You know, getting into, you have the Swath, Imperial, and Photon, you know, again, kind of more your, let's say, you know, advanced, you know, boots, a little bit better fit, you know, spend a little bit more money, and then you get into the upper end kind of pro level stuff. So your feet will not hate you no matter what price point boot you buy. So always spend more money on boots. It's the most important part of your gear. And that's what we got for 2021.